Hey everybody, welcome back to FSP Forex Stock Predictions. Hope you're all having a great day. I'm the Vortex Trader and today we're on Euro USD in the 4-hour time frame. We have an order block. Let's get into it. Right, guys, so this is the 4-hour time frame. We can see that price has come down and has wicked and touched this major support level 3 times, right? So what I'm going to do is put an arrow there so you guys can see it. 1, 2, 3 taps, right? Now, you know that old saying, right? If we keep touching or hitting a wall, it's eventually going to break, right? And sometimes this can apply to trading. And we know that on the daily time frame, we are seeing nothing but bearish price action, right? The euro is heading south. However, on the 4-hour, it looks like we are kind of starting to try and trend a bit upwards. However, I would not consider this a bullish bias for this pair just yet, especially noticing that large bearish volume bar from a few days back, and this current candle right now that is quite large in size. So I am still looking for short positions. I'm not looking to long this pair just yet. Another reason why I love these order blocks, you can see from the other day we had a fantastic one, and this order block was posted. Look how brilliant. This was a fantastic sniper entry. This gigantic bearish wick came up, pierced this order block zone perfectly and came all the way back down. And if you guys caught that move, let me just show you what you would have gotten depending where you would have placed your entry within the order block zone. And remember, the order block is the most recent bullish candle before an impulsive move down, right? Taking out any previous price structure, which on this side was nice and empty, right? So price came back up, pierced the yellow order block zone and came all the way back down. If you guys caught a trade like this and you targeted previous price structure being the bottom, this major support zone, you would have gotten a 1 to 10 risk to reward. It sounds too good to be true, but these order block positions do happen. Now, you know that I do not trade 1 to 10s or 1 to 9s or 1 to 8s. I always take profit at 1 to 2 minimum, around 1 to 2, 1 to 3, occasionally 1 to 1.5, depending if I am going counter trend or with the trend. That is just me personally. So we know that these order blocks work. Now, the one that I am noticing right now, let me delete this for now, is this one right here. I've already highlighted this yellow zone going from the bottom peak to the top peak of the most bullish candle before an impulsive move down. And this impulsive move down, let me zoom up for you guys, takes out all of these buying wicks right here, right? This is all bulls, right? The bulls are here trying to push the price upwards, which means this was support. I'll put some arrows there as well so you guys can see it clearly. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? We have 4 times this price came down and the bull stepped in at that point to push the price higher. However, at this moment, the bear said, nope, not going to happen this time, and pushed and closed the price below these wicks. So this support level has actually closed, right? You see that? We have pushed through these wicks and we've closed below the support level. So this tells me that that support level has broken. Therefore, I look for the most recent bullish candle, which is this one. I extend it out, and this yellow zone will be my order block zone. Right, now, how do I enter? Right, we take our short position tool. I like to enter in the middle of the zones. Right, I put my stop loss a couple of pips above the most recent wicks. And for the sake of this, look at these wicks right here, right? There is a lot of wickage in this area. And just to be safe, to protect myself, I will use this wick as my point for my stop loss. And I will just go a couple of pips above that wick. And I will aim for a 1 to 2 risk to reward minimum, right? And we can see that if we target currently where the price is right now, we will get a 1 to 2. So what I would look for is price to slowly meander its way back up within this yellow order block region, and then my pending limit order will open and it will short this pair targeting this region right here, which is around the 0.9975 price region. So this is all I am looking for, guys, for something like this. Right? Remember, this is on the 4-hour time frame, so it could take some time to play out. Now, depending where you place your entry, like I say, some guys like to enter as price just taps the bottom of the order block zone. Some guys like to enter when it reaches towards the top of the order block zone. Some guys like to enter somewhere in the middle. I myself use somewhere in the middle to enter. Right? It's usually a couple of pips or 1 pip or so below the middle line or the actual middle line itself. That is how I do it. This will also affect your risk to reward, because obviously if you enter as it touches that zone, your RR won't be as strong. So for example, for this position, we wouldn't even get a 1-to-1. And if you waited and thought that price might retrace to the very top of the order block zone, something like this could give you a 1-to-5. This is why our entries are very important. However, wherever we do enter is a practice that we have to stick with, right? We cannot go changing it. If we have backtested this particular way of entering order blocks on the 4-hour time frame, then stick to it, because over a long period of time you will see whether your entries are profitable and if the strategy actually works out profitable for you in the long run, right? So, like I say, we want to see price retrace back into the zone, and once we see that retrace, our entry will open. We will target previous price structure, which is currently sitting below at the 0.997 level, and that would give us a nice 1-to-2 risk to reward, which is a trade that I am happy and willing to take. Now, there is another one, right, at the bottom. But now, the reason why I would not take this one is because for me, it's already been activated twice. And I'm going to show you guys, and if you have spotted it, then good for you. This just proves and should give you a little bit more confidence that these order blocks do work, right? And they do play out. Now, this was counter trend. So counter trend trades, remember, we got to be very careful. We got to risk less, okay? Because going against the trend is dangerous, right? Now look at this. We could see that price came down impulsively, and we had this massive bullish candle try and wick up above, closing above this region right here, which we couldn't quite do, but we did close above this resistance here, these few wicks right there. And what happened? Price came back down into the order block zone, collected more orders, right? Formed the second touch of the support zone and carried on higher. And that would have given us a lovely risk to reward, depending where you place your entry and stop, of course. Couple of pips below the order block zone, you could have gotten a great, if you held on to previous price structure at the top of this wick, this region right here, you could see price did, look at that, 1-to-5 RR, so that would have been one order block, right? And you can see the same order block again was touched again for the third time at the third tap, which coincides nicely as retesting major support, right? Once, twice, thrice. This as well, a nice 1-to-5 risk to reward, right? And if you use this order block up above, which I showed you at the beginning of the video, right, which could have got, this was the one that you could have scored a 1-to-10 on, right? This is just to show you guys that you could have had some brilliant trades over the last few days, right? From the 19th of August, you could have had 1, 2, 3, 3 fantastic order blocks play out, yes. And if you would have aimed for 1-to-3 or 1-to-4 for each one of these trades, and if you risked 1% per trade, you would be sitting up about 12% currently right now in under 2 weeks of price action. Now that is brilliant, and hindsight is always 20/20, right? I'm not saying that this is what you guys should be aiming for. All I'm saying is take the time and look for these order blocks. Look through the charts, go back in time and see how they have played out in the past, right? Because look, there's another one right here. There's another one right here. Check this out. There it is. I'm going to highlight the zone. Right. Look, this is the most recent bullish candle before the impulsive move down. Look how price wicked into it before coming down. That is at least a 1 to 3, guys. All right. And then price went up and wicked into this one and came back down. And then it came back down into this one and went back up. So we can see that currently Euro USD is having some order block madness going on in a good way, right? Some order block insanity. So we should take advantage while it's hot. Yes? But do not just assume that every order block is going to hit. We don't know that for certain. That's why learn to manage your risk. Keep your emotions under control. Do not be angry if an order block stops you out, because they stop people out all the time, right? Just keep your cool. Practice your strategy. Practice around 20 to 25 of these whilst you are backtesting, and see if they are profitable for you, depending where you place your entries and your stop losses. Okay, guys. So on that note, let's wrap up today's order block madness video on Euro USD. If you want to check how this trade has played out, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon, hit the like button, right? Give us a thumbs up, right? And just remember, on Saturdays or Sundays, I do post the weekly trading breakdown videos. That is where I go over all of the past week's previous positions, and you can see whether this trade came up and entered or not. And if it did it stop me out, or did it hit the target? All right, so that we will be discussing on the weekend. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all in the next video. See you later.